Hello and welcome to another episode of Odyssey Strength Podcast, joined by yours truly, Giannis Xopoulos, and
Jackson Mansudi.
we want to thank you for joining in for another episode. Hopefully we can give you some takeaway tips that can help improve your health and fitness journey, make the whole process a lot easier and more sustainable. If you're interested in coaching, you can reach out to either of us on our Instagrams. I'm Coach Xopoulos _OS.
Coach Jackson Mansudi _OS.
Or you can DM the Instagram page, Odyssey Strength, or find us on the website, odysseystrength.com.au. Let's get into the episode. It's us again.
We're on.
Hey, seriously leveled up.
Yeah, bro, this is real. This is a real fucking deal.
Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Hope we're all well. I mean, it comes out on Wednesday, does it? Tuesday? Wednesday?
Comes out on the Tuesday.
Okay.
Where we recorded last week.
Yeah, okay.
Came out yesterday.
Well,
Tuesday.
I hope you all enjoyed episode 11
Yeah.
because we loved making that one.
It was so fun. We're getting good at it.
Yeah, we're getting better. I think we are. At least, here we go.
Do you watch ASMR?
Yeah, all the time.
You know, I was having this discussion with Georgina. I was saying, I like falling asleep to it.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I've been falling asleep to lately?
Ronnie Coleman videos.
No, like white noise, just like timing.
Oh yeah,
white noise.
you can do it with your fun fact. If you have like Apple
AirPods.
fuck that's loud. Sorry, I'm mucking around. I feel like we've got two soft boxes.
Yeah, we've leveled up in our lighting. So if you do watch it on YouTube, which you fucking should,
We look unreal.
we look beautiful. Our Europe tans really come through on this. The glow.
Actually, it washes out a little bit.
Yeah, but it's just so much lighting.
Next time I'm putting a white shirt on so you can see this tan. Anyway, if you have Apple headphones, like what are they called, bro? The little fuckers.
AirPods. I said it before.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I got these on.
Shows how much you listen to me.
AirPods. If you have AirPods, you can hold it down and you can play white noise from your phone and you can play rain sounds, you can play all these sounds.
Why don't you just play it on Spotify?
What if someone has on Spotify?
Who doesn't have Spotify?
I don't have AirPods.
If you don't have Spotify, grow up.
If you're an Apple Music fan, yeah, bro.
Yeah, like, honestly.
I mean, if you follow us on Apple Music and Apple
then I don't have a problem with
Apple
that.
Podcasts, I don't have a problem. But if it's Apple Music, when you share a song to me, I can't listen to it.
And I'm not going to.
I'm not searching it
Because,
up.
yeah, I'm not searching it
Actually,
up.
I'll press the preview. If the preview is good, I might look it up.
Yeah, there's only two ways I listen to music: Spotify or SoundCloud. And SoundCloud, the only reason I listen to SoundCloud is because there's the 1 hour mixes of all the DJs. On there.
Yeah, if you know the songs on SoundCloud, you're OG.
Yeah, bro.
You're even better if you have SoundCloud Plus.
Dimitri Vegas like Mark with a K, all the Ks.
Everything.
They're all Tomorrowland sets are all on SoundCloud. That's where I'm listening to my
That's
music.
where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been listening to too much ASMR and I found that I was relying on it to fall asleep.
My TikTok went through a big thing of ASMR, and now it's changed. It's like heaps of like motivational shit.
Hard work.
Yeah. David Goggins.
But yeah, I'm going to open it now. Here we go.
Oh, you could do it in front of the thing.
Hang on.
Oh, what a sound.
That's a good sound.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He kicks it open and then he smashes
Bro,
it.
when I was in Europe, I watched so much WWE. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I really got into it.
Bro, I went on a massive Instagram scroll. Instagram's got the best videos for it.
No, TikTok, bro. That's where mine went when I was in Europe for some reason.
So fucking.
There was like all these videos of like behind the scenes of like, hey, you took that over.
I'm just going to put it. I'm the man in control of all the controls. I'm the controller.
But my TikTok just went all like behind the scenes WWE. It was so good, man.
It's the best.
I fucking loved it.
Are you SmackDown or Raw?
Raw, brother. SmackDown's shit.
Nah, bro. 2007, 2008 SmackDown was where it was at.
Nah, Raw Mondays.
Raw Mondays.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
with
that
Raw
was good.
Monday. Yeah. I used to watch when I was with one of the boys. We got when you have a bit of a siesta, like 6-7 o'clock.
We're here? Or
Nah, you're a brother, not here.
Here I'm working.
No, yeah, someone's got to carry the boats. But yeah, we were like 6-7 o'clock, have a siesta before we got out to dinner, and we watched Jeff Hardy, the Hardy brothers, versus the Dudley boys versus Edge and Christian. What is it? Tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
I'm telling you, when they
That was like when life was at its peak.
Jeff Hardy, animal.
Oh, king. Like the bet, bro. I don't care what anyone says.
Didn't they bring out a fashion line?
I don't know. He had weird fashion.
I'm pretty sure they did.
All I know is though is that they put their bodies through so much, man.
This says, you remember Ed Hardy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to make jeans. They still make stuff. It says Ed Hardy Originals, but I don't. Is it inspired by them or not?
Anyway, bro.
Sorry.
I don't care. Anyone who says that WWE isn't real, it's not. Like it's but
you go do it.
bro, what they put their bodies through is ridiculous.
Athletes,
Like there's a reason a lot of them ended up addicted to painkillers.
bro. It's actually wild. Who was the CM Punk? Do you remember CM
yeah,
Punk?
Yeah.
Bro, he went to UFC.
Yeah.
And then he went back. I'm pretty sure because he got absolutely mauled.
Yeah, because it's
real.
It's real fighting. Yeah.
That's wild.
You don't get punched and can cop it. Yeah.
I feel like the older wrestling though was much more real.
Yeah.
Compared to what like now it's I can't get.
You know who's actually really killing it in WWE? Logan Paul.
He's in WWE.
Yeah, bro. He's like main event. Like
what?
Yeah, like proper. He's good too. Like a lot of the wrestlers like currently who are at the top respect him because like he's actually like he trains hard. Like he's quite like one of those like acrobatic ones too. So he does like the flips off the ropes. Like
I'll tell you what, like you were right. It's very easy to like become addicted to painkillers. Seeing some of the shit they used to do, getting flipped off ropes, jumping off cages, everything.
I mean, look at some of the like the stories that like of people who've like taken their life or you know.
Oh, you mean through the drugs?
Yeah, bro. Like Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, like those people like took their own life.
Animals.
And they hurt other people in the process. Yeah. You know, WWE is so good, but like at the end of the day, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
When you do this stuff.
Big money too.
Oh, 100%.
Look at Batista.
Yeah, man.
I saw him live v Edge at Homebush.
Edge is the GOAT.
Nah, but he didn't get in the ring with Batista when I went and saw him.
Oh, really?
Nah, he wouldn't get in.
Why?
Batista's there. Please come.
Yeah, would you get in the ring with him if you look at his traps?
If I was getting paid, 100%. Throw me, bro.
Batista bombed me.
I get paid.
There was one thing that popped up on TikTok. It was like when Batista tried to finish someone. I don't know if maybe it was Edge. And it was a Royal Rumble and they both fell out at the same time.
I've seen it.
And I remember, who was it? Steve McMahon comes out. He's like pissed off. He's like proper fuming. And it was just so funny. It was
He's a
unit.
Vince? Is Vince? Not Steve.
Oh, Steve. Yeah, sorry. Is there a son, Steve? I don't know.
The name sounds familiar.
I don't know.
But Vince?
Yeah.
He's big.
Yeah, he's big boy.
He's a big boy.
They're all units, bro. Especially back then, like they would have been blasting so much fucking gear.
Oh, 100%. How can you recover week upon week?
Nah.
Filming, jumping, throwing this. Do you remember Hornswoggle?
Yeah.
And Seamus?
Yeah.
The Irish dude?
Yeah.
Bro. He was about the same colour as his soft boxes. Pasty as.
Yeah, but they were good.
But good fight.
Yeah.
That was peak. Rey Mysterio, Triple H, Shawn Michaels.
Randy Orton.
Oh.
Especially when it was Evolution. Oh,
big
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Oh, good time. Anyway, what's been happening, bro? How are you?
Not much, you know. Just getting back. I feel like now I've finally gotten over the hump of getting back into training.
Yeah, how is it? You had a good session today?
It's good. Back today.
Yeah.
Tried the new Voost.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Did you like it? We haven't discussed this yet.
Yeah, I think, like, definitely I noticed, Awake Water, listen to the end of the podcast.
What about it?
Remember how I mentioned them?
Yeah, what about it?
Oh, that they said it's not filtered water, it's spring water.
Oh, okay.
So my apologies, but it's still really fucking good for you.
Okay.
But yeah, I noticed like hydration going into sessions is a massive key as to whether or not I will make progress or like feel good about the session.
Yeah.
Like it's not a coincidence that the days where I'm probably drinking more water or having more electrolytes or whatever it may be, more carbohydrates, all these things, that I go, wow, that was a good session. Like I can really feel my muscles or I feel like I worked out really well. Bro, that solo is so...
Gassy?
It's so gassy. My apologies. But yeah, it comes down to hydration. It's hydration status. 100%.
Man, I've really put a big emphasis on hydration lately, and it's made a big difference, like a massive difference in just overall energy. Like I've just carried a water bottle around with me lately, and just that alone, I don't have as many peaks and troughs in energy. I feel like I'm just more consistent throughout the day. And yeah, like training feels better. Like I feel like food goes down better, it processes better. It's just like it's so fucking crazy what just a little bit of water can do
Yeah.
to your overall bodily functions.
Yeah, I've now tried to be like, I find that when I'm home, and I said it as well, when I'm home, I don't know if I drink a lot of water.
When I'm home, I don't know.
So I've tried to have
Coke Zero only.
Yeah, I've tried to have literally water in the morning, and then like 2 glasses of water in the morning as soon as I'm up, and then maybe 2 before I go to bed.
Yeah, I'm around the same.
I'm not the type of person who's going to get up during the night. So I know some people will be like, oh, that makes me go to the bathroom. But I'm like,
Yeah, I'm not. If anything, I wake up thirsty, so I drink water.
like a camel.
Yeah. So I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, fuck, I'm so thirsty. And I just drink
Plastic
water.
bottle.
Yeah, 100%.
Squeeze it.
Yeah, give me all the fucking toxins in the plastic.
But yeah, I definitely think the Voost is, I'm saying it right. It's VOOST.
Yeah, so it's basically, if anyone doesn't know and that's listening, it's basically just like a Hydrolyte or another brand of Hydrolyte.
I think Hydrolyte is different though.
In what way?
I don't, because obviously the one that we got is sports.
Performance, yeah.
Yeah, do you have yours?
Yeah, it's over there. Oh,
I've got it. Yeah, this one says mineral hydration.
yeah.
So 1 tablet per 300 mils or 2 tablets per 600 mils. And it's got glucose in it, potassium, calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron, and manganese. All things that Hydrolyte doesn't have, I don't believe.
Oh, okay.
I think Hydrolyte is purely from a just a hydration perspective, like just getting like 2 out of those 5 or 6 things in.
Okay. Well, yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, it's
It's pretty good. Like I noticed a difference. I felt fuller and whatever. Like
yeah, my
muscle-wise.
muscles definitely felt fuller. Like my quads felt heavy by the end of this. Yeah, they were pumped. I enjoyed it. It could I'm also open to the fact it could have been a placebo effect.
I'd happily take that placebo effect.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I said to you when I bought it, do I think that it's worth the price for the tablets? 10 tablets, $11.50. Is it sustainable? I don't know. If you can afford it, yeah, it's a good luxury. But you could probably just drink more water, add a bit of salt.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
like most people probably don't drink enough water as it is anyway. So
Yeah.
just focusing on that alone would be fine. But,
And it is flavored. The good thing is it is flavored. So if you don't drink water during your session, it could mean that you might actually, if it is flavored, you might drink more water.
See, I'm someone as of now who drinks a lot more water. So I'm like, I like the taste of water. Like I don't want flavor. Like
Plain water, yeah.
I used to be someone who craves fizziness and flavor, and now since I've taken this, action to drink more water, I'm like, I actually don't want the flavor. Like I'd rather not have it. And then if I'm eating, I'll be like, I'd like Coke Zero. I like a flavor. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I guess that will bring us, talking about training, that will bring us into our topic. We might as well get into it anyway because we can relate it a lot to like our own experiences, even around today's training and whatnot. But basically, and I've had this conversation a lot with clients recently because we've been doing a lot of consultations and, everyone's getting ready for summer and taking on a few new clients. And the biggest thing is like the most important things around training is obviously your ability to perform the exercise effectively. Now, technique has such a broad range of, of a definition. Where did we touch on last week when it comes to, we spoke about sustainability.
We spoke about sustainability. We built a beginner program for females ever so roughly. Feel free to listen to that. We are going to probably touch upon it again soon.
Yeah.
It wasn't that deep.
It wasn't that deep, yeah. In your eyes, what would you say is the most important thing about technique and training?
Where do I begin? I mean, it definitely comes down to what level of proficiency you have and how good you are. It's literally just how good you are in the gym.
Yeah.
If someone is brand new in the gym, your proficiency is not going to be fantastic unless you do come from a sporting background and by fluke you have really good motor control and you just gel with some movements.
Yeah.
There are definitely going to be things that you'll struggle with, but there'll be things that you go, this is so easy. Like, I feel like I've trained for 10 years or whatever it is. So I'd say first understanding which kind of pool that you fit into or which group you fit into, then you can say, okay, the technical definition of technique, the definition of technique for that person will look different.
Yes. In my eyes, like the broad spectrum of things really comes down to, are you driving tension to the muscle you're trying to train and are you doing it safely?
Yeah.
I think I touched on that last episode as well. And it's just really like, if your goal is to build muscle, get stronger, whatever it might be, there's two things you want to do. One, make sure you're targeting that muscle. And the second thing is you're making sure that you're allowing it to recover and not hurting yourself so that it can grow.
Yeah.
And yeah, it comes down to what your goal is as well. Like if you're trying to put on muscle or get stronger, like technique can look different based on exercises. Like we have compound exercises, isolation exercises, and they look very different.
And then person to person as well, they even look more different, like you and I. So yeah, let's dive into the importance of proper training techniques. You know, like you go into the gym and you see so many different techniques. Like it's okay to have different technique. Like we might have different technique and we might teach it differently.
Yeah.
But it's within a spectrum of what's kind of acceptable. Like you can't just go ahead and start clanking the weights around and expect that it's going to get the same result if you teach it one way, or you see someone do it in the gym one way and then you're like, oh, I'll just try that. Like that's not probably going to work for you for the majority of the time. You probably have to be a bit more calculated.
Yeah.
And then even if you take that approach where everything is more calculated, then, you know, you do the hard yards, you get what you call the stimulus that you're looking for, that feeling of, okay, I'm working my biceps or I'm working my back. Then you can probably cheat a little bit if you needed to.
Yeah,
you shouldn't cheat before.
Yeah, I always say it's like it's almost like a 60-40 split. 60% of like follow these rules, and 40% of go and feel what's right.
Yeah.
And that can really be really person dependent, because if you're a beginner, it's like, well, you probably should follow the rules.
Yeah, I think
Ben says it perfectly. You have to know the rules so well that once you do, you can then break them. You know, and I will quote Ben because he does a great job of explaining this, and it's like, until you know the rules and you know them so well, that's when you can break them. So if you're a beginner and you're coming in and you're like, oh, well, you know, bodybuilders train like this, it's like, yeah, but they already weigh 120 kilos of muscle and lean.
Yeah, I find it interesting. I've had a few people say, oh, I don't want to train like a bodybuilder. It's like, there's like, yeah, okay, there's certain ways and there's certain intensifiers that are associated with bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But do you not want to build a better body? Like it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that you want to try and separate the two. It's not like it's just you have to be a bodybuilder to train this certain way. It's like a program is just a program. It's about how you approach that said program. If you're going into it and pissing around, you're going to be wasting your time. But if you're approaching it as in like, okay, it's calculated, I have X, Y, Z to complete, I have a certain acceptance of technique that I have to follow movement to movement, and I have to apply a high degree of effort to all of those things, you're going to build a better body. You don't have to go and compete.
No, of course. And this is the thing, right? If you're someone who's been training for a long time and you have gotten a little bit of results, but you just want to take it to the next level, then using some of these techniques, using different sort of intensifiers, whatever it might be what you need. And if you're directionless and you don't know where to go from where you're at now, then you should be open-minded, because yes, your goal might not be to be a bodybuilder, but as you said, training in that way improves your body composition.
Yeah, it's not even about the intensifiers being the magic secret. It's going to be that you might enjoy that intensifier, so you train harder and you're going to get a better result.
Not only that,
literally all it is.
Do you play soccer because you want to be a soccer player? No, you play soccer because you enjoy soccer and you want to get better at the sport. You know, so it's like you want to look better naked, but you don't want to train how the best people in the world do.
How they look.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you might not want to have like fucking traps coming out of your neck and, you know, not being able to fit through doors. But if you're someone who, again, you want better results, you want to look a certain way, then, mate, that's bodybuilding.
Yeah, it's funny. It definitely gets, I feel like it's from very much the female side, is I don't want to look like a bodybuilder.
Okay, let's just get something straight. I'm going to go on a quick tangent here. It is so fucking hard, especially, like, it's just like, this is factual. It is so hard in general to build muscle. If you're a female, sorry, but you're already even at a little bit more of a disadvantage to build muscle, because you need to eat a lot more food. Or not a lot more food, but you need to eat differently. You need to train like a lot harder to get the results. And it's like you're not getting that quickly results as much as you think you are.
Yeah.
Well, yes, there's a lot of like females out there who are super strong, who can handle tons of volume. And all that
strength
stuff.
is different from actually how you
Strength
look.
is different, yeah, but it takes a long fucking time. And this is a conversation we had today or I had with someone else even, it's like people will want to think or hope that they're going to get their results in X amount of time, which we've mentioned before. But then they look at me and they're like, oh, what do you do differently? Like sometimes people think we're gatekeeping, like secrets. It's like, no, like I'm literally telling you exactly what you need to do. The only thing that's different between you and me is I've done it for longer.
Yeah, it's the application. Like I said, it's good to know it, but if you don't apply it, you can't see how it plays out.
Yeah, and it's the same thing.
You can do nothing with that information.
And if we're talking about building a training program or focusing on muscle growth or whatever it might be, it's like you need to be able to apply those techniques. You need to be able to progressively overload over a long period of time. And that always isn't going to look like in a linear fashion.
No.
So you got to take the highs and lows because it's just like consistency is the main thing. That it's like you have all these methods that you need to apply, but the one thing that you can't change is time.
Yeah, it's not going to speed up.
No, it's hard to build muscle. It's an expensive process on the body.
Yeah, it's so frustrating.
Look, I understand because they don't know and this is our job and we do know. So I understand where it can come across like, oh, like you don't understand, like it's actually so hard. And you know, there's also there's newbie games, like people who are newer to the gym. They obviously see progress so quickly, and then this is where they get to a point where they're like, oh, I'm no longer seeing that progress, and they're like, okay, well, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, it's always what are you doing wrong? It's not that you've done anything wrong. It's just like your body is taking advantage of the fact that you've done nothing for probably a while, or after a long while if you've had a little bit of a layoff, that it's like, wow, this is mad. I'll give you the adaptation you want. But then when it comes to, after a decent amount of time, give it 6 months, you go, oh, fuck, I wasn't making as fast progress.
Yeah.
You get addicted to the fast progress and you're like, fuck, nothing works, you've got to change everything. It's like, why are you changing it if it still works?
Yeah.
It's just a time frame that you need to accept.
Let's take I signed up this new client, and let's take her, for example. She's quite experienced. She's a workhorse. She goes hard, and I love it. And she's been training for a while. She's done CrossFit. She does boxing. She's been training in the gym for a long time.
Absolutely.
And she was like, she was in the beginning, a little bit, had a bit of friction there because she's like, I sort of know what I'm doing. Took her for a session, and I was like, looked at her squat, and I was like, mate, let's change this. I was like, let's take her squat, for example. She was squatting, depth was all right, wasn't great. Using a booty band, was kind of trying to understand what the reason for it. She had a bit of a knee injury. She said that cue helped prevent the knee injury. I was like, fair enough. I was like, what are your goals? She's like, sort of just want to be able to look good and be strong. I was like, yeah, hectic, cool. So I looked at the squat, made some changes, and I was like, does your squat usually feel like this? She goes, no. I was like, do you have pain? She's like, no. All we did was like literally just get her to squat to a lower depth, and she felt more of the movement and what the benefits were from it. I was like, all we need to do is make sure we squat like this, and then you'll see a change in your lower body. And she's like, oh, I've already gotten pretty decent results. I was like, yeah, but you will get probably better results this way. And you don't have to squat with a booty band, which means that you can slap more weight on there, which means that you're going to get stronger, which means you're going to create more of a stimulus on your legs, which means they're going to grow in the way that you want them to grow.
And you look how you want.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like those little things, like, you know, when Jason fixed my chest press, like my incline pressing, it's just like those little things have made major differences to my physique, and it shows. But it takes, again, you don't know until you do it.
Yeah, and chances are you probably won't notice it until you stop looking. And someone goes, fuck, you made good progress. And you're like, oh, I have too.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's dive a little bit deeper. So that pretty much covered how correct technique can prevent injury and promote growth. That's a simple one. The role of volume, intensity, and frequency in hypertrophy or muscle building training.
I feel like this is like you want to speak here.
No, it's just a good conversation because I think like so many people, I say to so many people, if you can do better quality, you can do less.
Yeah, I had the same conversation this week.
Like I see people going into the gym. I remember it clearly. I said to this kid in the gym, I said, how many more sets do you have? I'm trying to work in. He said, I have 12 sets of chest flies. I said, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
I have 12 sets a week.
Why? Like, why are you doing 12 sets of chest flies? He said, I got to do this way, and then I got to do flat, and then I got to do the upper one. I was like, you know what? Have a good day. I'll pick something else. But like, it's not common knowledge. And I it sounds like throwing fucking what's it called, bricks from a glass house or something, stones from a glass house. I didn't know either until I got a coach.
Yep.
So I'm sitting here going rah 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 rah.
Well, let's just like be quick. Let's just quickly define these things. Okay. Volume. I always like to say volume is sets. Essentially, it's more than that. Obviously,
no, it's
just sets.
Nice and easy.
Yeah,
it's the sets that you do per week. Yeah. So you do 4 sets on Monday, 4 sets on Thursday for exercise bicep curls. That's 8 sets. Yep. That's your volume for your biceps only
per week.
Yes. Intensity. What do you use? What's the rating that you use?
RAR.
I have kind of ditched RAR a little bit.
I have too.
Not for me, for clients only.
Yeah, I've almost just been like
fucking train as hard as you can every single session.
Yeah, just go until you can't anymore.
Literally, and it honestly, it works a treat.
Yeah, of course it does.
Because I think if you're sitting,
I love an AMRAP.
If you're sitting in there and you're like, oh, he said leave 2 in the tank. I don't actually know how to measure that, so I'm just going to stop when I feel like I can probably do 2 more. When in reality, that means you can probably do like 6 or 8 more.
Yeah.
Just fucking get on there and go until you cannot move the weight.
I do that approach, but if it's couple for first 2 weeks, I'm always like keep a bit in the tank because I want them to be able to get the movement down pat. It's like, all right, you got it, cool, let's go.
Yeah.
And then frequency is like how many times do you do the movement over the period of a week or a session or whatever it might be. So like if someone says I'm doing a high frequency glute program, it probably means they're training glutes more than once a week.
Or twice.
Or more than twice a week, yeah.
If you go more than twice, I want to see your training.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I'm not saying it's like it's a no, but like I would be very interested to see what movements you do and how you recover from something that you're training 3 times a week. That's a lot.
Frequency, I feel like frequency and volume sort of go hand in hand because you're going to train as frequently as high as your volume is. And then intensity is the easiest one to sort of gauge. Reps in reserve is like what we use, but it's like...
So that's like if it says reps in reserve of 2, you can do 2 more.
Yeah.
You stop when you can do 2
I always
more.
say gun to your head, how many more reps could you have done? And if they're like 4, I'm like, go more.
Your family's on the line, how many more can you do?
Yeah. But honestly, like I yet to see a problem, especially if you're doing exercises such as a leg extension, leg press, hamstring curls, even things like sort of, depending on how well your technique is, split squats. Like just go to failure.
Unless you have a barbell on your back.
Or you're trying to pick one up.
Fucking send it.
Yeah, of course. 100%.
Just fucking go for it. So many people.
Apply the technique as well though.
Yeah. Don't get sloppy. But don't sell yourself short. Don't throw towards the stars and go, oh, shit. It's all right. You got lower than the stars. Like last episode. Absolutely send it, I reckon. That's my thing.
And then I think volume is the biggest conversation because like there's so much. I mean, for us, we know as coaches how much research there is around volume, high volume, low volume, whatever you want to call it. But let's just get this out of the way. If you're newer to the gym, you probably need more volume for a few reasons because you don't know how to train hard.
Yeah, you don't know the movement. You need to conceptualize. You need more times to conceptualize the movement and practice it.
The stronger you are, the closer you train to failure, the less volume you probably need. And some people also just naturally might have fucking great genetics and they don't need as much volume on a certain body part. For example, myself, like my legs grow much easier than my upper body. But my back grows probably a little bit easier than my rest of my body too. So I do more volume on my chest, shoulders and arms and probably a little bit less on my quads. So sometimes to tie it back to frequency, I only train my legs once a week usually. And the rest is usually hamstring and glute because that's where I need to bring up. And then the rest is all upper body.
To balance the physique.
Yeah, so I'll do like 4 uppers and 1 lower.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's run through not your current training block, the one before that. Do you remember it?
Oh, I'd have to remember. But yeah, it was...
It's generally a push, a pull, a legs, and then...
an upper, or push-pull again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was like shoulders, arms.
Okay, yeah.
And then pull again because I was working around the shoulder injury.
Right, so a well-structured training program. How does it look?
It looks a few things. It looks like you can adhere to it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You can adhere to it. It can be repeated multiple times. Sound like fucking Jason. And I guess it suits your goals. Like, you know, what is your goal? Do you want to get a stronger deadlift and then I give you no deadlifts? Like, what's the point? You know, do you want a bigger chest and then I'm not giving you any pressing movements? You know, you got to make sure it's something that relates to your goals. But then the other thing is you got to fucking enjoy it. I don't care what anyone says. If there's a movement that you think isn't best for you mechanically, but you fucking love it, then we probably might find a way to compromise and get you to have the movement in there so that it doesn't sacrifice anything, that you can still adhere to the program.
Yeah, I just made a new program for one of my boys. And he said, you know, I added in walking lunges to my last program. And I said, okay. Like, thanks for the heads up. Is this something that you feel like you want to do in your next program? Because his program was coming to an end. He said, yeah, I just feel like my legs just grow when I do them. I said, okay. Like, I know how fucking hard they are.
Yeah, they suck.
He's technically proficient in the gym, but I have not seen him do them to the intensity that I would imagine would be needed for walking lunges. But he enjoys them, so I gave him to him on his next program. At the end of the day, if he's going to do them, he's going to do them. If I give someone Bulgarian split squats and they fucking hate them,
they're probably not going to do them.
You're going to skip them.
Yeah.
So just do what you like to do. If that is a poor exercise, if that's a single leg press on the assisted pull-up machine, you know that one?
Yeah.
The press down, that's a shit exercise.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you that. But if you're going to do a single leg press and you like that because you feel it better, and, you know, it's just what you want to do.
There's got to be a fine line between what you want and what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
Of what you need and what you want.
In terms of physique and
yeah. Because if you're trying to tell me, I'm only ever going to do these exercises, then I'm probably going to turn around and say, well, back to those managing the expectations. It's like, well, you're not going to get the results you probably want.
That's why you have the physique that you have now.
Yeah. It's brutal as it might sound. But yeah, it's like, well, we gotta come to an understanding here, because it's like, I'm happy to give you this, but I need you to do this if you require X goal.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, it's like, I hate RDLs. Like, I hate them.
You'll be really good at them.
Yeah, I know, but it's like such a fucking effort to do it every time. And setting it up, and I just feel cooked after it. But it's like, I know there's such a staple hinge movement. So it's like, I know they're going to keep popping up in my program.
Yeah.
But then also, and it's even lying leg curls. Like, I'm never going to be able to escape a lying leg curl.
You don't like it?
I don't enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, I don't have strong hamstrings.
I love the pump.
Yeah, no, the pump is great. But it's the same thing. Like, but I know it's just, from my knowledge, it's just an exercise where you can't really, like, not do it. And it sort of needs to be in there.
So it's like a kind of a must-do thing.
It is one of those must-dos. Whether it's seated or lying, like, I mean, there's argument that you probably should have one or both.
Yeah.
But I just cop it. But do I enjoy doing it? No. But I know that it has such a high benefit.
It's because you're goal-oriented.
Yeah, goal-orientated. And I think, like, if you are someone who is goal-orientated, and usually if you come to us, you are, then you got to understand that there's just going to be a time where sometimes you just got to do the work.
Yeah, training a physique can have its moments. Like, there was fucking so many times I said to Jason, please get rid of pull-ups.
I love pull-ups,
I fucking hate them.
I was going to say I love pull-ups.
He said, no, I'm not getting rid of them. I was like, okay.
Pull-ups and dips. Like, if you were to give me the most ideal program, give me pull-ups, give me dips, give me some flat dumbbell pressing, and, like, some a T-bar row, I'd be fucking happy, man.
Calisthenics, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, he just said no because it's needed for the physique, and that was what I agreed. I'm going to follow the direction of the coach. I asked to build X physique with his guidance. I said, I want you to pick apart X, Y, Z. Design me a program. I pay for a program and guidance to reach a further goal. And he said, this is what's required, and you just go and do it. But at the end of the day, when you're selecting exercises for your program, like Jackson said, you have to adhere to it. You have to
enjoy it.
What was the next one?
What did I say?
I can't remember. You can go read it. But yeah, how to design a program.
It has to be repeatable.
Has to be repeatable. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Designing a well-designed program that aligns with individual goals and experience levels.
Okay, so let's throw this out to you.
To me?
Yeah. I'm someone. We just wanted to take a quick break from the podcast. If you're enjoying the podcast and the way that we approach our training and nutrition philosophy with our clients, then please make sure you do hit the link in the bio and get interested in some coaching, or you can always DM us on Instagram. Back to the episode.
Let's go.
Let's say I'm a male. I've been training for 1 to 2 years. I want to get jacked and I want to focus on training my chest and back. I want to be able to not fit through doors, and I want to be able to balance a beer on my chest. Or let's say a Coke Zero, because we're healthy in that.
Beer Zero, Heineken Zero.
Yeah, that one.
Sounds like me. I would probably, obviously it depends on, how many days a week you're going to train.
4.
4. All right, you're doing 3 upper body days, 1 lower body day.
Okay.
Doing, generally probably a push day, right? So you're going to split that between your shoulders and your chest, and then obviously your triceps. Your pull day is going to be your back and your biceps. That's pretty standard. You can split that further down into, actually I will get that to after. Your legs, you can create whatever leg program you want, right? I think, we haven't touched on a leg program before.
Not really, no.
Well, we do have them. We have them on our training app, so you can go have a look.
Shameless plug.
And then the 4th day, I would probably just go upper again. Now, that can be balanced depending on what you want to touch up, whether it be shoulders and arms, but you will be training a mixture as well of chest and back on that day because it's priority. So you want to hit it again.
Yep.
Generally, things that you want to bring up, you would train at least twice a week.
Now, would you train them twice a week because you need to train them twice a week, or because you need to be able to split the volume up?
Both.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's a necessity because you need to be able to split the volume up.
Well, yeah, this is the thing, right? It's like...
Because the volume will increase the amount of growth potential. I won't say it's a guaranteed thing.
Yeah.
Training it more than once.
But let's say, for example, you're doing 12 sets a week on chest, right? Which is like...
It's moderate.
Yeah, moderate. You're not doing, 6 and 6 on one day.
No.
So, or even across 2 consecutive days. Like, you need to split that up for recovery reasons. Otherwise, then the growth potential will probably go down because you won't be able to recover between sets. And
well, this is like I said to you, even we were discussing why I couldn't train legs today.
Yeah.
So Jackson and I were trying to line up our sessions to train together. And I literally could not do my next leg session if I trained legs on Wednesdays. So I had to move it to Monday to fit in the Friday session. Now, I was still sore when I did my Monday session from the last Friday. My hamstrings were still fucked.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to the point where I wasn't able to complete the tasks.
I think something that's also really important to note is that, let's take your guy who's doing 12 sets.
Yeah.
Every set you do is less
Stimulating.
So if I do 6 sets, the most stimulating set was the first 1 or 2. Each one after that was less and less stimulating. So what's the point if you're doing 12 sets a week of trying to do 6 in a row? Because the last 3 are probably shit.
Yeah, it's funny. I used to think when I first started training, I go, flat press, and then you go to incline press, and then do a fly.
You got to hit all the heads of the chest, brother.
And then you got to get decline, all in the same session. By the time you get to, let's say, a decline or a fly, you're fucking mangled and shit, and you're just like, wait, my shoulders hurt, and I don't feel this in my chest anymore. Yeah,
I trained with a mate on Sunday, and I was like, we didn't do a lot of volume, probably 3 sets on most of our exercises, and we mixed it up between chest, shoulders, and tries, and he was fried. That's
the goated workout.
Yeah.
Push is the goat.
Push is great. You can't go wrong with a push-pull legs,
If you don't enjoy a chest pump, I don't know what to tell you.
And you know what? I'm not going to lie. For the chicks out there, I do like a glute pump.
You, personally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, there's just a feeling when you got a fat dumpy coming out of the back here.
For me, it's the hamstrings.
Yeah, the hamstrings are nice.
When your hamstrings hurt when you're doing Bulgarians, you've made it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've made it.
Bro, the connection I have with my glutes is for a male is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
When I do RDLs, and this is another reason I don't like them, I just feel it all in my glutes.
You just got a big bum.
It's fat. You got a fucking fat dump.
I got what I call, and Tim Zenos would know this as well. We've got a runner's bum or athlete's bum. So
explain.
Have you ever seen a track athlete and their asses are huge? All the guys, bro, they're just massive because it's just so much explosive power. Fast runners, bro, have a look at their build. They're just fucking big. You look at their legs, they're big, and you just got these fat asses. You're like, bro, why? It's just from running. That's all it is. Just it's just athletics.
Yeah, there is like the glutes are still working. Well,
That's all it is.
There you go.
So if you want a big ass, secret is just go sprints. Just go do some sprints and hip thrusts.
Yeah.
I've
been going a bit away from hip thrust, man.
Really?
They're just like, firstly, my clients would know this.
There's a fat tangent.
Yeah, it's just so hard to program in my gym because the accessibility to it.
All right, well, if you don't train at Platinum
Fitness First Bondi,
that's the one. You can do hip thrusts, and they're good.
No, they're a fucking great exercise. I got no problem with hip thrust, but it's just like setting up a dumbbell reverse lunge with a deficit. Can't go wrong.
Reverse drop lunge.
Oh, bro, it's the most underrated goat exercise.
But it's very humbling.
Oh, huge.
You think you're good? Go do one.
And because the trend right now, for anyone that doesn't know, is for the glutes is the step down. And don't get me wrong.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've seen it everywhere. But don't get me wrong, it's great. But it's like, we need to stop marrying ourselves to these fucking exercises.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, there's not, like, this is the thing. My clients, they get a lot of sort of the same exercise just because of the gym we're in. And
how many exercises do you reckon you run through in a program?
In a whole program?
Yeah. 20?
Yeah. Like, all that changes is the variation of it. Because when it's chest, it's you're either pressing on a flat, incline, or machine.
Yeah.
Or you're doing a fly. That's it. That's all that changes for chest.
Sounds too easy.
Shoulders, you're doing either an overhead press or a lateral raise. That's it.
Yeah.
Or maybe an upright row. Maybe.
I love it upright.
If I'm feeling spicy. Bro, you guys are getting a fucking great demonstration here. What else is there? Arms, it's curls, lengthen, shorten position.
Mid-range.
Mid-range. A little
bit of alternating dumbbell curl action.
That's it. Same with triceps. You usually get...
Are you an overhead fan?
I do like an overhead.
Overhead for like this for anyone?
Overhead or a skull crusher?
Oh, I have beef with skull crusher.
Nah, bro. I like it. Incline dumbbell skull crusher, great.
They cook my elbows.
You got to do them properly.
I just can't do it. I can't do it. Nah. Smith machine close grip bench press or JM press?
Yeah, goated. Yeah, JM press. Yeah. And then I say a press down. And then when it comes to lower body...
Hang on. Tricep press down. Press down.
Press down.
Are you a rope or are you a straight bar?
For myself, I like a straight bar.
Yeah, I'm saying straight bar, bro. I'll fuck the rope.
But for my clients, I use a rope.
Why?
Because I find it's easier for them.
Also, if you're doing this action at the bottom and you're twisting, stop. I'm gonna find you. Just don't do the twist because twisting doesn't lengthen the tricep anymore or shorten. Sorry, so just don't do it. Just push down until your elbows lock out.
Yeah. And then we'll go to lower body. So quads, if you want to train your quads.
You didn't do the back, brother.
I did. Oh yeah, the back, bro. Vertical pull down
and pull ups
pull ups, yeah, and horizontal row. That's it.
That's it.
Maybe a fucking horizontal. What are you adducted? I don't know. 45 degree. That's it.
What, the one in the air?
Pull down.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that anymore. I used to ride it hard.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Just pull down,
too much
row.
fucking setup, bro. Too much setup.
Pull down row and a face pull.
Hey, an ISO row in replace of that one, sick.
I agree. But and again, back exercise. You do a chest supported row, usually, staple.
Hate it.
Really?
As in like with dumbbells?
No, but this is what I'm saying. The exercise it's a chest supported row.
He said don't be married to the exercise. Here I am saying I fucking hate all these ones.
Yeah, it's a chest supported row. You either do dumbbells, you do with a plate loaded, you do a T-bar. It's all a chest supported row. It's just different variations of it.
I didn't think of that. Sorry.
Or you can even do a cable with the bench set up if you really want.
Yeah.
So they're all chest supported rows. The only thing...
Okay, yeah, we like a chest supported row.
Then we're going to do a single arm row maybe in there. And then whichever variation, again, you like. This is the thing that changes. The variation of it likes. But the staple of the movement and the meat and potatoes of it is the exact same.
The meat and potatoes.
And then you got to pull down. Whether you want to do neutral, pronated, underhand, I don't give a fuck. It changes every program anyway. And you're going to come back and do the same shit again anyway. Then we'll go to lower body.
Hey, you're on a roll.
Brother, you started me. Don't stop me, all right? Move out of the way.
Sorry, I'm going to keep going.
You on quads? You need knee flexion or knee extension. So leg extension. Yep. And then we probably need some sort of squat pattern. Now, whether that is a goblet squat, whether that is a barbell squat, whether that is a leg press or a hack squat, I usually rotate through those exercises. And then we need some sort of split squat variation in there as well.
Keep going.
Now that can be a walking lunge, a front foot elevated split squat, or just a static lunge. I don't care.
Or a Bulgarian.
Or a Bulgarian with a heel elevation.
Love a Bulgarian.
And again, split squat, leg extension, squat variation. Now, again, the only thing that changes is the variation itself. Now we'll go to glutes, hip extension, maybe some hip flexion in the RDLs, you know? And a hip extension is hip thrust. And then maybe a split squat variation in there as well. So you drop back lunge, your Bulgarians, or whatever it might be with the glute bias if we want to get fucking technical. Then hamstrings, you literally have laying leg curl, seated leg curl, and maybe a stiff leg deadlift.
Mad.
That's it. That's your whole program. The only thing that will change is the variations itself.
So technically what you're saying is if someone was to listen to this,
they could put a program together.
you could rewind it. You could figure out what the volume is, what the intensity looks like, and what the frequency is. Decide how many days a week you want to train. Fast forward it. Listen to all those exercises. Decide, what does my physique need? Start picking exercises out. Start putting them together. Start with 3 sets per exercise. Play around with it. If you can recover from it, you're doing well. If you go, I'm a bit sore into my next session, maybe you pull the volume back a little bit. Is that what you're saying?
100%.
That's pretty fucking good.
In other words,
Hey, that's good value.
If it works, keep doing it. If it doesn't, change something.
That sounds like how we write our programs.
Oh yeah, well if you want, yeah. It sounds like you can get a program from us somewhere.
Fuck, it's too easy. That was good. I like that.
What time are we up to?
It's at 45 minutes, bro. I don't know.
Where'd the time go, brother?
It's hot in here.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you run a podcast.
Yeah.
Got the next guest coming on. Any tips on proper exercise execution, form, and including common mistakes? Like what's something you always see in the gym? Oh, that tricep one, we've covered that one. Stop doing that.
What's a big one for
Don't
me?
lean back too much on your lat pull downs.
Yeah.
Stop dropping into your squats. Don't avoid the hardest position in any movement.
Yeah, that's a big one. Big one.
That's an Instagram post, that one.
Actually, here's a good one. If something doesn't feel right, slow it down and pause in the hardest position.
Or ask us and I'll judge you.
Yeah.
See me in the gym, just come
For example, your squat, if you feel like something's hurting or not going well, do a tempo, go 3 seconds on the way down and pause at the bottom for a second. I guarantee you something will probably get fixed just from that alone.
It was funny. Helen, my client.
Yeah.
I saw her on Saturday. She was training with a friend of hers and they were doing hack squat and she fucking hates it. Hates hack squat. I said, too bad you're doing it. It's what you want. You're doing it. She said, oh, my knee hurts. I said, did you warm up? She said, yeah, I warmed up, 5-10 minutes. All good. Get on the lying leg curl. Crank out 2 sets of 20. Get back on the hack squat. 5 minutes later, she's like, feel good. Brother, lying leg curl, the secret to healthy knees.
I 100% agree.
Secret. I spammed them when I had knee surgery.
Here's one. Everyone's been telling me that every time they do a leg curl, they feel their calves.
It's going to fix this one yesterday, actually. Look at the starting position of your foot, right? And also like how far away the leg pad is.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It needs to be, if you feel it in your calves too much, bring it closer towards your knee. Could be too far away.
You could be pointing your toes or trying
don't
to
point.
bring
Flex.
your toes back.
Flex towards you.
Yeah, like it could be either, like I've seen both, like could be one or the other.
I think it depends.
It really person dependent.
Point one way and see if you feel it in your hamstrings more than your other one. And then just slow it down. Also,
like that end range or like the bottom half, you're probably going to get some calf.
Yeah, I think it's first 15 degrees.
Yeah, so then if you're really that bad, just don't go all the way down.
Yeah, you can just pick the machine up. So instead of it being flat, you can just pick it up one setting and then start from there.
Or just like don't lock it out at the bottom on the way down. That's a big one. Another big one that I've been seeing is
don't fucking jump in your lateral raises.
Yeah.
And I like to say like either have your arm straight or if anything, have your elbow higher than your wrist.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Because this delt doesn't attach to your wrist, So, sorry, I'm getting bizzo calls during the podcast. Your delt doesn't attach to your wrist. So doing this does nothing for anyone.
No.
You got to get like this. Got to go like that. If you're not watching, go watch it so you can see what I'm doing. You need to have your elbows higher than your wrist so that you can shorten that side delt and get cap delts.
Yeah, my other favorite one would be Oh, like just poor setup as well. Like I'm a big person on like
Rushing? You mean like rushing the movement?
yeah, or not even just like not setting up a cable in the way that it should, being lazy with where you're putting the bar, not taking your time in between reps, like all these things, setup equals execution. I'm big on that. If you set up an exercise properly, and I've really taken a big approach in coaching without coaching.
Keep going. I like this.
So, like, instead of me giving you an exercise that's going to take you 3 weeks to perfect, I'm going to put you in a position that teaches you how to do it without me telling you how to do it, which is why I love the chest-supported dumbbell row or any chest-supported row, because you don't need to brace anything. Your chest is supported. There's enough external stability for you to do the movement, and all you got to do is focus on pulling your elbows back. So I'm now teaching you how to row properly, and I don't have to tell you anything. Same thing with the goblet squat. I'm teaching you to be in a more upright position and use your quads and be stronger in a bottom position without telling you to keep your chest up, bring your elbows back, think about bracing. It's like it just teaches you how to do it. It also teaches good rib cage position, which is essential for a really strong squat. And then the other thing is like a glute bridge or like a body weight hip thrust. It's teaching you how to hinge rather than me giving you an RDL and spending 3 to 5 weeks saying push your bum back, soft knees, shoulders over the bar. It's like no, you're just like learning how to hinge now.
You know what I love for the learning the RDL? Put a bench behind the knees.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time.
Mad.
Or even like, when you used to see like someone pull the band over.
Oh, I tried the band. Bro,
it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss.
Right. People just fall.
Yeah.
Just fall. Like so the setup is like get a flat bench, put it behind your knees, push your bum back and don't let your knees off the bench.
Yeah. And
you have now done a Romanian deadlift.
Yeah.
Now just add load.
Yeah. So it's just like, I think not trying to, my post today is about fundamentals in nutrition, but we can relate it to training as well. Fundamentals win championships. You can't go wrong with a good base of fundamentals, whether it's with nutrition, whether it's with training. Obviously today we're talking a lot about training, but if you do the basic shit really well, as I said, all the movements I've mentioned here have been a lot about just movement patterns and not so much specifics in exercises. They're just variations. If you get really good at those things and you do them for a long period of time and you slowly add weight or add reps or add a set, you'll probably get a really good fucking result.
Yeah, your body likes it. Every time you have to try and learn something new, it just takes so much longer.
And stop changing your fucking program after 3 or 4 weeks. If there's room to progress, keep doing it. Until you get to a point where you're like, okay, I physically can't add weight to this.
But even then, it's like, are you recovering as well as you were in the first week? Are you eating enough food? Are you sleeping? What's your stress management like?
Longest program I ever did was 12 to 14 weeks.
Yeah, I think I did the same one for 10.
Yeah. And people were like, oh, I'm going to get bored.
At the end of it, I was fucking so strong. I was so strong on every movement. But then I did get to the point where I think I only changed because I was sick of it. So then I wasn't recovering properly because I couldn't.
And then motivation wasn't,
Yeah.
mindset towards the program wasn't there. But,
Yeah, it could be fucked.
most of my clients, absolute minimum 6 to 8 weeks.
Nice.
6 is even pushing it.
Yeah, I don't do 6s.
Unless they're doing like a mad strength block where recovery needs to be a lot higher, then I'll change it.
Yeah, see, strength coach, physics coach.
Hey, brother, I do both.
Yeah, I don't do both. Which clients you got that have really benefited from like a mad, well-designed program?
I mean, all of my programs are well designed and mad.
Trick question.
In terms of just like
let's use Asher because he's got his photo shoot.
Yeah, he's got his. I mean, look, we've had to trial and error a lot of things as well because he's had to work around injury and whatnot.
And you will 100%. It's not about the program.
No,
it literally isn't. I know we're sitting here saying our programs are really fucking good. Unfortunately, the truth has it, it's not about the program.
No, it's like the engine isn't the key to the car. It's like the engine doesn't do shit without the wheels, without the suspension. Like it all creates one movement pattern or one part and it needs to move, So there's no one without the other, all right? I fucking nailed it. Nah.
Bro, if you didn't keep going, I was like, what the fuck?
No. But what I'm saying
keys, what?
No, I'm saying like there's no just one key component that will change everything. It all needs to work simultaneously.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. You're getting better. But yeah, definitely like you're able to see you'll see people make like mad.
What about your client, Steph, man?
That's what I was going to use.
Yeah, you know?
Like when I was training with Steph face to face, we were doing some decent stuff. My programming wasn't fantastic, but she still had quite a high work ethic. So she was getting the result. But now, good programming with the same applied effort, fuck mad. You just like, you put yourself in such a good growth potential situation where if you have the right nutrition to support it, you can make such good results.
Yeah.
You literally just have to work hard consistently and support that with a good environment of nutrition and recovery, and you'll get the physique that you want.
100%. And we did the same thing with Asha. We nailed the nutrition initially, the habits, whatnot, showing up to the gym, really analyzing the goals and what it was that he needed. And then we just like found the movements that really worked for him. And honestly, like he's from our last program to this program, the only thing that's changed is like 2 exercises. He's like, I want some shoulder my shoulder feels better. So I've given him like 2 sets.
Yeah.
And it's
like, it feels better, but let's not rush it.
Yeah, let's not rush it. And it's like, we'll build up that volume. And we've experimented. We made some mistakes there, you know, because everyone's so different. Like, there's just so much that goes into designing a program. And we need to learn the person as well and what they react to and what they don't and what their limitations are.
Matt.
I think that's good.
That's 56.
Yeah.
We're going to spend the last couple of minutes wrapping it up for you guys.
Oh, how good.
I'm gonna send you out on a good note. So cool. Have a listen to this episode. If you're someone who goes, I'm not ready for coaching, I want to see if I can do it on my own. Listen through. Try and decide which part of your physique, if you're looking to improve your body composition, how you look, and all this kind of stuff. You want to look better. Look at which parts of my physique do I need to work on. Go back to Jackson's selection of exercises. Have a play around. Put them on paper. Write them down. You know, go into the gym and test them. Try them out. See how far you can push them. If they don't feel safe, don't do them. Switch them out for something else. If you're not sure, lean on us. Come and ask us. Message the page. Pick one avenue to contact us with.
Jump in the Discord.
Very, very happy to help. Yeah, Discord is free. You can go get your technique reviewed for free in the Discord. But yeah, there's plenty of exercises to choose from to get a good physique result. Yeah, I think that's it.
Cracker. I'm happy with that.
Cool. Thank you very much. Tune in for another week next week.
If you need us, you know where to find us.
That's it. Honestly,